Good morning, happy Thursday. We are talking unconditional love. Unconditional love is a pure love, without strings, without expectations. It's just a gift from your heart to someone else. You don't care if it's reciprocated or not. Think of the love of God for those that are religious. The love that God has for people is very pure. He knows we mess up on a daily basis, some more than others, but it doesn't matter. We're loved anyway. It's okay. There's always those open arms. It's okay. You'll do better next time. Let's think about it. Sometimes we get put in a little bit of a timeout to self-reflect, but it's okay because it's that pure, unconditional love. The love you have for your family, for your children, is a pure love. You love from the moment you find out, you're going to have a baby, or the moment your baby is born, you love them to the moon and back, and you always will. There will be days you don't exactly like them. They may not be your best friend, but you love them to the moon and back no matter what. When you don't hear from them, you miss them. You just love them so much. And you hope they love you. But even if they don't, even, those days when the door's slammed and they're screaming, I hate you, the teen years, you love them anyway. That is unconditional love. My question to you, be honest. Do you love yourself unconditionally? Do you accept yourself for who you are, as you are? Do you put yourself on, how can I put it, a different level than everybody else? You love others unconditionally, but when it comes to you, not so much. Your standards are for yourself are different than they are for everybody else. You hold yourself to a higher standard. Love yourself for who you are, as you are. Honey, you can make changes. If you don't like something about yourself, you have the power to change that. If you don't like, I'm not talking physical attributes like your hair and eye color and things like that. I'm talking about qualities. If you don't like your attitude, your perspective, your outlook, change it. You have the power to change it. If you look in the mirror and you're critical of yourself, not just your looks, but your demeanor. Why? Are you living labels that other people gave you? That's very, very common. I see that all the time. From childhood, you were told you were, fat, skinny, ugly, stupid, not worth anything. You're just like so-and-so. Those labels stick. They're still in your little brain, and you replay that all the time. Whenever you mess up, you hear that voice. Yeah, I'm just like so-and-so. They were right. Honey, if you don't like the label, throw it away. Make yourself a new one. It's that easy. Honestly, it's that easy. Start with affirmations. Put Post-it notes on mirrors, on the refrigerator. Positive things about yourself. I want you to learn to love yourself unconditionally. It's okay to mess up. You're human. We all mess up. However, when you do, you need to take responsibility for your actions, your inactions, attitudes, behaviors, and, oh yes, the consequences. I don't care if it's something trivial and minor. You snapped at the kids, your husband, your wife, somebody at work. Go to them and say, look, I was out of line. I'm sorry. I overreacted. That's the mature thing to do. If it's something on a much greater scale, you broke a law, admit it. If you are big enough and bad enough to break a law, to hurt someone or something, to do something criminal, own up to it. I know a lot of younger people, will say, oh, I'm big, I'm bad, I'm a man, I don't care. I'm big enough and bad enough to rob a bank, to shoot somebody. I don't care. Well, then, if that's the case, and you're big enough and bad enough to do it, then you're big enough and bad enough to turn yourself in and take your lumps. You're big enough and bad enough to go to the police and say, yeah, I did it. Damn straight. What are you going to do? Lock me up? Do it. But own up to it. I want you to be honest with yourself about who you are. Not who you wish you were, not who you want to become. But right now, I want you to be honest with yourself about who you are. Get a piece of paper, write it down. Write down your attributes, the good qualities, and some things you need to work on. But hold those attributes close to your heart. You might put down, you're kind, you're generous, you're happy, you're a good friend. And on the other side of that, you have mood swings, you have a short fuse, you drink too much, you do other things too much. That's okay, because you can change that. You can change your behaviors if you want to. If it's that important to you, make the change. Absolutely make the change. Do it for you, because you're worthy. You're worthy of changes. You're worthy of a happy life. Sweetheart, you are worthy of unconditional love. I want you to unconditionally love yourself. It's easy to love others unconditionally. My friends, my tight circle, my besties, they know damn good and well I love them to the moon and back. Absolutely. You don't have to say it. It's a given. In our circle, it's a given. Absolutely. We are always there for each other. And that's nice. It's comforting. With my son, my granddaughter, my daughter-in-law, absolutely, I love them to the moon and back. With my close friends, yeah, I love them to the moon and back. And I think they know. I really think they know. Because we may not say it all the time, but we say things close enough. We know. I mean, we've been friends forever and a day, and you know who is always there for you. Always. So I want you to have that relationship with yourself. I want you to, just hear me out. I want you to love yourself to the point you always have your own back. No more self-sabotage, okay? No more self-destructive behaviors. No more getting pissed off at yourself and drinking yourself into oblivion, reaching for weed, reaching for pills, reaching for something stupid. Just make the changes. It's that easy. Decide you're going to make the changes because you're worthy. You are worthy of unconditional love.